super happy to get the win, but I think we would all say we didn't play a very good first half. Winning and losing is fragile, and we missed some big plays in the first half that could have broke the game open. And defensively, even though we only gave up, I think, 7 points in the first half, we did some uncharacteristic things throughout the first half. I thought everyone didn't panic. I thought our coaches, we did a great job adjusting, and we found a way to win the second half and play better football. And obviously, we're playing the champs next week, and we got to play better and in a short week. So I thought, just like I said, I thought as a team we played much better in the second half. I thought defensively we did a nice job. Offensively, we started making our explosion plays. Didn't run the ball as well as we wished, but coming down and getting a road win before the game, before the big game, to be able to focus and get a win, I think is absolutely huge. So super fired up. Now we go to work and have the best preparation we could possibly have, and let it rip, see what happens.
Starting off, any update on Harold Fannin? Obviously left the game during the third quarter.
Yeah, I have no comment on any of the injuries right now, but I just haven't talked to anyone yet. So as soon as I talk to everyone, I'll let you know in the press conference and all that where we're at with all of those, because there's a couple guys.
Obviously, the floodgates really opened offensively in the third quarter there. Raheem with a couple huge touchdowns.
Yeah, it was great.
He had 3 overall. Just talk about his performance and just the speed and the level that he brings, and just the offense really clicking in that second half.
Yeah, I thought, just like I said, there was a couple plays that we missed. We had a great first drive. The drive in the first half was ridiculous. I think it was 20 plays. And then we sputtered, had 2 3-and-outs. And during those 3-and-outs, we missed some big plays and just didn't execute them well. And got to the second half. I'm super happy for Rock and Malcolm. Those are 2 guys that are extremely selfless, and both of their time is coming. And Rock obviously had a great day today, and it was nice to see him get in the end zone. He's super fast. He's a great kid. His preparation's ridiculous. Just same along with Malcolm. I mean, I think they're 2 peas in the pod. They're both guys that can make big plays.
Second straight week that you held a really high-scoring offense to just 13 points.
Yeah.
I mean, Western and here in Ball State, just the level the defense is playing at right now. What is it compared to, in past years? I mean, obviously they're playing at a pretty high level.
I think we've got really good coaches, number one, on that side of the ball, and we got, most importantly, really good players. And they're older. They play well together. They're starting to play really disciplined football, which is good. There's a couple times that we let the quarterback out of the pocket. We need to look at that and fix that. Just like I said, we missed a couple adjustments in the first half and let an explosion play go that really should have been a dead play. But overall, our defense is good, and they're playing really, really hard and playing fast. And it all starts with our defensive front. Our defensive front is good, and just super happy for our kids.
Yeah, what was the message at halftime? Obviously, the Ball State gets a really late touchdown there. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. It kind of felt like you really controlled that half. But what was the message, obviously, coming out of the locker room?
Yeah, there was no panic. We were not happy with a couple things that we did on defense, and then obviously on offense, we didn't run the ball very consistent, and we missed some uncharacteristic big plays that we normally hit. And if you hit those big plays, you probably started what happened in the second half. But overall, when you look at this, we didn't run the ball very well, and we need to run the ball better. And we're playing against a ridiculous team that knows how to stop the run. They've got some pass rushers that are just unbelievable players. Back end's playing well. Offensive line is good. The quarterback is good. Backs are good. So this is going to be one hell of a game here in a week or 6 days or whatever the hell it is. It's going to be one good game.
Back to the defensive front, a lot of batted balls. Is that something you guys worked on, given that quarterback's a little bit on the shorter side?
Yeah, absolutely. We made an emphasis all week long about getting he had a little bit of low release too, which doesn't help. But he's a really good player, and we felt that we can get our hands up. We could tip a few balls. That was what we worked on all week.
Care to comment on any of the chippiness toward the end of the game?
Yeah, and I think we could have done a better job with that in terms of, in football, when someone pushes you or hits you, you got a lot of pads on. Football fights make no sense to me. They never have. Now the real fights, those are different, but we got to walk away. They're always going to get the second person, and so we gave a fairly stern message a couple times during the game to knock it off, and just not worth it. We're going to go play in a game that our kids have worked their tail off for 6 years, and to get someone ejected, it's just not worth it. We got to do better, and we got to coach it better, and the thing that in the next game, that's not going to happen though. These are going to be a clean, super hard-hitting, real football game. It's going to be a real one, and we've got a ton of respect for Chuck, a ton of respect for how they play. Reminds me of playing Iowa back when I was in the Big Ten. They do what they do, and they do it really well. So we're going to have to bring our A game, and just like I said, you're going to see two football teams that are really good compete, and it's going to be fun to watch.
You guys are in the driver's seat to get to the MAC championship. Pushing through, I know that next week's important, but as of right now, what do you say to the guys just to kind of keep them on that path?
Well, all these guys, they came back for a reason, to give themselves a chance to play a meaningful game in November, and this will be a meaningful game. It's we're playing against the champs. I mean, they're really good, really well coached, ton of respect, and you're going to see two football teams go at it, and then it's going to be a hard-hitting, clean game. I know how Chuck does business. We're not going to have to worry about unsportsmanlike penalties on either side. We're just going to play a really hard physical football game and see what happens. It's going to be a great game.
To kind of add to the defensive effort, you talked about Cozio being such a huge impact on the other side, but he really had two meaningful catches. The rest of them were late in the game when the game was decided.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Cozio, he only really had like two.
Who?
Their tight end.
Oh,
sorry,
okay,
their
yeah,
tight end.
yep,
He
gotcha.
really held him in check until really kind of late he padded some moves.
Yeah, he's a really good player. I mean, he might be. Obviously, I haven't said a word about Harold, but Harold Fannin might be one of the best skilled players in the league or in the country. I mean, he is ridiculous, and I think he's leading the nation in receptions, receiving yards. He's really good, and I think the second best tight end is the one that we played this evening. I think he's an excellent player, and I think our defense did a great job containing him.
Any more questions? All right, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.